Hi everyone and welcome back to Art Club with Ali. So last week we drew horses and I saw some amazing responses. You really followed that tutorial. This week I clued you in and said that we were going to be drawing an animal from the Arctic and I said it slides on its belly. Well, we're going to be drawing an emperor penguin. So if you want to learn to draw this picture right here, carry on watching and I can't wait to see what you come up with. Okay, so we're going to start off drawing our emperor penguin. So what I'm going to do first is I'm actually going to select a grey colour, because even though his belly right here looks white, it's actually greyish, and I'm going to use that grey colour to create my outlines. So we're going to start off, and as you can see, he is an oval shape. So we're just going to start off with a big fat oval. And then we're going to do, at the top here, we're going to do our round circle for his head that sticks out of it. And then here, we're going to draw our pointy beak. Okay, so we're starting to get our basic shapes. So right here, let's do a bit of an oval. That's going to turn into his wing. And then right here, we're going to do a triangle for his tail. And we're going to do 2 triangles for his little legs and his little feet. So now we've sort of got basic shapes of our penguin. What we'll do now is we'll press on a little bit harder. And we are going to look at shaping our emperor penguin so it looks more realistic before we start going in our colours. I'm going to start here. And as you can see, I've got a slightly darker colour. Okay, so now we've kind of built our shapes. We can take our rubber and we can carefully rub out all the lines we do not want before we start colouring it in. All those guide shapes that we don't need anymore. And as you can see, it's already looking so much like that picture. And just with a few simple shapes and just looking carefully at the drawing and the picture and going back and forth. Now, what you'll notice about my emperor penguin is, because his feathers, because they are covered in feathers, are so dark, you can't even really see. Okay, so what we're going to do is, we're going to look at where is white that we can keep as our paper. White crayons aren't very effective. And then as you can see, his head is really black. But then his back of his body, where the light is hitting, is lots of shades of grey. So what we'll do first is, we'll start off with our lightest colours. So we're going to go with the grey first. And as you can see, there is shadows on his belly. And we're just carefully sketching those in, and they kind of go like this and like that, down the front of his legs. And we can do little marks because he has got feathers where they're just special aquatic feathers. Make it look like the feathers. I'm just pressing on very lightly. Maybe a bit darker down here where there's shadows. Feet nice and dark. The best thing about using pencils and crayons is we can use our fingers to smudge them. I'm going to go even darker on the edge of his belly. So I'm going to just press down a little harder. And right under his wing. Look how 3D that's looking. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my yellowy colour. So starting from light to dark, because it's much easier. So, and we can always correct some of our shapes. And then let's start doing some of our shapes with our darkest black. I'm going to get very dark black. Very carefully. So here is super dark. Where it kind of meets his little on the top of his flipper. And as you can see in the picture, this bit is much lighter, so we're going to not press down as much. And here. So it's all about just using different kinds of pressure to build up those colours. It's darker in the shadows where his flipper is meeting here. So the shadow from his flipper is touching his body. I forgot what I was saying, and then I remembered. So if you look, I'm just going in all different kinds of directions, and that helps build the shadow up. And this is called cross-hatching, when you go one direction and then the other, and that's what you can use if you've only got one pencil to make it look super dark. Or get different kinds of shadows. It's a bit faded here. Cross-hatching, so we can see a bit of the yellow underneath. Cross-hatch the entire section. So look how lightly I am crossing at the moment. And I'm not going very slow, to be fair. But I am being accurate and careful. I can make that line a bit rough, because like we said, he's got feathers. Now I'm not going to cross hatch this bit, because I want this bit to be a bit lighter. Right here. And a bit of a dark bit, so I'm going to do some cross hatching, so going in the other direction. And that's what's going to give me my different shadows and shades, just using one colour. Just going in different direction. As you can see, there's a bit of a white patch there. And I'm really going to cross hatch his back. This is cross hatching. So one direction, and then the other. And you keep going over the same part. You get different shades. That's all we're doing.
pressing on a bit more. And we're using the fact that we can see it, the pencil, to sort of give the hair effect of a little penguin. And there's little toes. A little bit darker, a little belly. I'm just gonna keep going. Just looking, deciding where I want to put more dark. And then we know his head is super dark, so I'm gonna press on nice and heavily, carefully. We want that to be pitch black. We're gonna just leave a little gap for that little bit of orange on his beak. You need to make sure you've got a nice sharp pencil when you do this bit. You can give him a nice beak. You can even go down the back of his body again, make that nice and sharp. Got some little wispy bits. And his little feathers are sticking out of his little butt. We're just adding those extra details in, and then the last bit we're going to do is that beautiful deep orange. Go back in the black colour just to shape a little bit up here. And that is our Emperor Penguin. So I hope you've enjoyed, and I can't wait to see yours.
That was Art Club for this week. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial how to draw an Emperor Penguin, and I cannot wait to see what you come up with. I'll catch you on next week's video, where we will be looking at an animal from the sky. See you on the next one. Bye, guys.